Yeah. So every time when you are launching a instant from AWS account, please make sure to turn off the instant after your practicals or labs, so that you can like reduce the 750 hours free of cost, right? For the instant. For that, you have to select, always you have to select the instant first if you want to do anything. Okay, then go to instant state. So yesterday I stopped it, and if you want to start it, you can click on start. Okay, and if you want to stop it again, then click on the select that instant, go to instant state and stop it. Okay, terminate means you are completely removing the server. Sudarshan, yeah, if you have any doubt, please go ahead.
అన్న ఈ కెరియర్ పాత్ యాప్ పని వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను.
లేదు లేదు, అది బ్లాక్ అయింది, అందుకోసం నేను డ్రైవ్ లో షేర్ చేస్తున్నాను.
అవునా,
ఓకేనా?
అదే
నీకు
మళ్ళా క్లాసులు చెప్తున్నారు కదా.
నీకు డ్రైవ్ యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తలే, లేదా నీకు లైనక్స్?
లేదన్న,
ఓకే ఓకే, మెసేజ్ చేస్తే
లైనక్స్ క్లాసెస్ లేదు.
ఓకే, నేను అన్ని డ్రైవ్ లో పెట్టాను.
సరే.
నువ్వు జస్ట్ నేను నీ జీమెయిల్ కూడా ఉన్నట్టున్నది, నేను యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తా, నో ఇష్యూస్.
సరే,
ఓకే ఓకే, రైట్,
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే. So now we launch the instant. So when you are stopping an instant and relaunching, your public IP address may change. Okay, because every time you won't get a same public IP address. So why we are not able to get same public IP address, what is meant by public IP address, we will discuss that in the network portion, network classes. Okay, so now I got the new IP address, so I have to log in. So I'm opening a mobile extrem. So I copied the IP address, go to new session. Always this is the same thing, but if you are using if you are not turning on or turning off your service, your instant, and and you won't get a different public IP address. At that time you can select from the existing session. Okay, yeah, SSH and copy your IP address, go to advanced, use private key, and then browse. Always remember your path to the PEM file, it is mandatory, and click OK. Yeah, Sweta, for you are using a Chromebook, right? So same process which I explained, but you have to copy the new public IP address. That's it. EC2 user. So this he is the default user. Okay, to log into the system. Now I am able to log in, so I'm able to access this server now. Now let's continue to our session where we left yesterday, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so basic Linux command line. Yesterday we see how to create a directory, how to create a file, and then how to insert a data. So like, let me go to this one. So pwd, which is present working directory or print working directory. So this is my /home/ec2 user. ec2 user means your username. Okay, for example, if I open my file explorer, here also we have same. Okay, I will explain here, so you can cross compare this one. So for example, so our initial file system start from this PC. Yes, so in this PC we have drives, so mainly we use C drive. Okay, in C drive we have users. So under the users, you have public user or my short name SK Devala. So for example, this is my username SKDEV. Okay, so under this SKDEV I have some folders, downloads, favorites, and this is my path. Okay, this is called absolute path, complete path, I can say, from where, from C drive, from users and username, and then your folder. Okay, likewise here also you will have same kind of path. Okay, so you can't able to see visually as you are seeing in the Windows, but you are not able to see here in the Linux system. So for that you are typing one command called pwt print working directory, means where you are, in which folder you are now. Okay, so I am in slash. So like in Windows, it is starting from C, right? So C, and you can see all are backward slash here. Okay, backward slash users, backward slash skdev, like that. Okay, and here you will see forward slashes. Okay, they will you will not see any drive here. So our Linux file directory start with forward slash. This is also we call them as a root. Okay, and then there is a folder called home, and then ec2 user. Okay, and if you want to go back to the directory, you can do cd space dot dot one step back. Now you are in home folder. Okay, and if you want to confirm that, again type pwd. So earlier you are in slash hyphen home hyphen ec2 user, but you came back one step. Okay, like how here you are in for example you are in documents. Okay, and if you are in the documents, and if you want to move from one step back, means from documents to skdev, what you do, you will press this back arrow. Okay, so that you will be in the like previous directory. But we don't have that kind of options in the Linux system. So what you have to type, cd dot dot and one step back. This time you are in the root directory. Okay, so if you type pwd, so that is root. And if you want to list the all the files ls, you can see all the files where you have afs, bin, root, dev, and home. So this is the home, right? After entering into the home, you will have a ec2 user. So let me go into the home folder. Okay, if I go into the home folder, and then if I do ls, again we have only one user called ec2 user. So but here we are seeing these many files. So lib64, lib directory, media directory, mnt, opt, proc, root. So what all are this? All are like application based folder directories, software based folders, and user based folders. So same thing you have in Windows also, but you never use it because you don't have a chance. Okay, because you no need to know about all these folders. Okay, so if you go to Windows C drive, and here you have Intel. Okay, because Intel processor, so all Intel related stuff will be here, Intel processor. Or sometimes you may not see, or else it is hidden. Okay, so show hidden files, where is that? Do we have I, okay, I don't want to disturb, maybe so those are some hidden files. And then if you go to program files, and all your programs based on your operating system, Google, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Office, and OBS Studio, tablet, Windows Defender, and then Windows email, all your folders, all your softwares are here. Okay, so that is basic 32-bit operating system, and this is, sorry, that is 64, and slash cross, I mean int 86, which means 32-bit operating system related softwares. Okay, so here also I am seeing screen recorder and these softwares. Okay, so everything software is nothing but a file. It will create a file folder, and it will install in particular folder itself. But you are not going to see any of the folders in real time, because you no need to know about that. But in Linux you should know it, because of you are like running a server, some kind of web application, or any app based application. So you need to understand each and every folder, but no need to remember, guys. So don't worry, how can I remember all these folders? Okay, depending on situation you will learn about that folder. Okay, so in users I have some public user and the administrator. So we have a rights to install any kind of application. We call in Windows, we call them as a administrator, and in Linux we call them as a administrator and a root user also. okay. And in Windows we have files related to Windows operating system, okay. So what is the boot process and firmware upgrade and all these languages, packages, digital locker, and Windows based applications which comes within the Windows operating system itself, okay. So all these folders like we have in the uh, for like in the Windows, same like you will have in Linux. Not only Linux, if you open your file explorer in Android or MacBook or iOS iPhone, you can see all those folders, okay. You can go through the simply go to your mobile file explorer and what are the files are there, what are the folders are there, just go and see, okay. You can able to find different folders you never saw that, okay. Yeah, so these many folders are there, but I am not seeing this is not a convenient way to read these folders. So to view this ls-l, I'm giving extra argument or option, okay. Ls list, and I want to get complete list, okay. So in my home directory I have only one file, that is ec2 user. And if you go to cd hyphen dot, and then if I do ls-l here, and you can see all these files, you are able to see only folders. Now you are able to see folder, what is this format you are going to see, and what is the user, what is the group, when it is created, what is the size of a file. You are seeing everything in details. So same like in Windows, again I will cross compare with the Windows. If I go to downloads, okay, I have all the folder, it is a folder, and when it is created, and what type of it is, and how much size it is, okay. So that is the view option. If I change this view option to small icons, I'm not seeing any details, I'm just seeing the only icons, okay. If I go to view and details, then I am able to see what type of file it is, where it is located, and when it is downloaded, and when it is what is the date it is downloaded, what is the format of a file, and what is the size of a file, okay. So I'm seeing all these details. To get this kind of details in the Linux operating system, we are using ls-l, okay. Now you are seeing this format, what is this, d means what, and this is what, this is what. So you are going to see each and everything in details, no need to worry, okay. And yep, so let's continue what we have in the command line. Root user and normal user. What is mean by root user and normal user? You have to understand, root user has a full permissions, okay. So root user has full permissions. He is the super user, he is the king of your Linux operating system. He have full permissions, he can go anywhere in the operating system and he can do everything, okay. He is the king. And normal user was created by, these normal users are created by administrators. They have restricted access, okay. And we have administrators. So root user is the owner and he is like a king and he has full permissions. And administrators are created by root users, and this administrator can create a normal user. Normal user have a limited access. For example, for your corporate laptops, you are a normal users, because you can't keep pen drives or hard disk to your laptop, okay, because it is restricted and you are not able to view social media content depending on the like policies, company policies. So you are a normal user. If it is an administrator, administrator can install softwares in your machine. So even a normal user, he cannot install a softwares in a machine, I mean laptop, okay. And root user can do everything, guys, you have full access. So that is the main difference between the root user. And administrators also there in the Windows operating system, and you can create n number of users, not only in Linux server, not only in Windows, even in your phone also, okay. You can create multiple profiles for security concerns. For example, you have some banking applications, online transactions, so you want to hide that online transaction related stuff. to from your kids. So you can create a one dummy guest user profile, and you can give your profile, switch your profile to guest user and give that phone to your kids, so which will allow them to see only YouTube or online media. Okay, so that is also possible. Try in your like in Android phone, you can create a multiple users also, and you can switch between the users. Okay, that is the main thing. And here, how to switch from normal user to root user. Here, EC2 user, we got by default, we got EC2 user. So to go to home directory, we simply click CD. So switch to home directory. I will tell you, it will be for the first time it will be kind of bit confusion for you. It's okay, what is meant by directory and what is meant by path. You will get a hands-on experience by next week itself. Okay, anyway, we have in Saturday some kind of webinar session. I will invite all of you, and then will you guys will execute commands and I will guide you. Okay, so CD, it is a home directory, which is the symbol of home directory, tilt we call them. Okay, and if I do pwd, so this is the home directory of EC2 user. EC2 user is one of the user, he have some administrative privileges but not root user. To switch from root user, you can see here. Okay, so I am a root user now here. Okay, sorry, I am a EC2 user. EC2 user at the rate, the public IP, sorry, the private IP address of your machine and where you located. Okay, so always focus on this, guys. So in Linux system, every word or every sentence is meaningful. Okay, so to switch from normal EC2 user to root user, you have to type sudo super user do. Okay, so now you can see the dollar symbol become a hash symbol, and your EC2 user become a root user, and your IP address is same, but you are in a EC2 user home directory. If you do that pwd, so same like I slash home slash EC2 user. And what about root user home directory? Root user is also one user, right? He also should have some folder. For example, here we have users C, uh, operating system, and users. Under the users, I have public user and skdev. Okay, so skdev also have one folder, after in which folder he have his personal documents, his personal music, his personal profile. Okay, same wise, root user also have his own documents. So to go to root user, same thing. So when you are switching to root user, you have to type cd, that's it. Now you are in a root directory. If you do pwd, so this time you are in the root directory folder. Previously you are in the ECT folder. Okay, please don't confuse. First open a server and just follow the commands what I am teaching. Okay, so execute the command, wait a 30 seconds or 1 minute and try to understand, then only you are able to understand. But by seeing, simply seeing, you can't able to understand the directory path, everything. Okay, so if you have some technical background, you are able to understand, but if not, if you are not able to understand, open your server, type a command and think about it. Open your server, type another command, think about it, then only you can able to understand at the beginning days. After 1 week or 10 days, then you will be okay. Please don't lose your hope by seeing the commands. I request you guys, it is dead easy once you habituated about to the commands. Okay, now fine, we know how to switch from root user to normal user to root user. And to go out from the root user, you can type exit. Okay, when I type exit, I switch from root user to EC2 user. Okay, now you got how to switch between administrator to root user. Okay, to switch from again sudo su. Sometimes it will ask password if it is a password based authentication, but we are using a key based authentication while logging into the server. That's why it is not prompting for password. Okay, and to go out from the root user, you will do exit. Okay, now you understand how to switch between root user to normal user to root user. The command is sudo su super user do, means super user is root user, he have full permission, he is the king of the server, and normal users are users, you have some restricted permissions. Okay, for example, you are the owner of your house, you can go to any room without asking anyone's permission. But if you are going to visit your friend's room, friend's home, or any relative home, you have a restricted permission, you have to take the permission to see any room. Okay, so just think in normal our normal life, how we behave when we are visitors, how we behave when we are owners. Same like ECT users and root users and administrators. Okay, yep. Now let's go back. I hope I'm going in depth, but I feel happy when you guys able to understand clearly. I will give multiple examples, no issues. Okay, so sudo su dollar to hash to dollar, ECT user, root user. Always make an one eye on this prompt, guys. So who is the user and what is the IP address and where you are located. Always look into this pattern when you are doing some when you are executing some commands. Okay, to know list of directories folders in root path, you would do ls. Okay, so this is called absolute path. Just after few slides you are going to see what is meant by absolute path and relative path. So we already did this. Okay, now, okay, fine. Now how these commands are executing, okay, when I'm typing something. Okay, if I go to, so we have directory, right? ls shiva. When I go to cd Shiva, I'm entering into the directory, and when I do ls-l, so then there is a one file. Yesterday we created my file.txt. Okay, so when I do some other command, ls without ls, for example, I am typing lb. Now it is saying bash lb command not found. How it is recognizing it is a command, it is not a command. Okay, so we will see. And when you are giving a command, what is happening? So this is you are entering a data, for example pwd, I'm entering a data and insert. What is happened here, you have to understand. Okay, so when you do input text, cd slash downloads text.txt or hyphen documents, so there is a shell. Okay, in linux operating system we have shell and kernel. We have different session for that, how to understand the shell and kernel. Just understand the how your commands are working. Okay, it is going to shell. What shell is doing, it is converting your human understanding language, that is human readable format, to binary, because binary is the only language every system can understand. You guys learn in your education system, I think so. Okay, so that shell means your command prompt, which means your this command, this shell is converting your keyword into binary format and sending that data into the kernel. Kernel is the heart of the OS. It process the data. Okay, so what is your request, where to get that information, it will process all your data and give that input to the shell in the binary format itself. Okay, and shell again, this binary format will convert into the human readable format and display in the your screen, in your monitoring system or in your monitor. That's why you are able to, so you are, that's why you are able to see the output here. Okay, so that's why you are able to see the output. So you are giving, you given a input, for example ls-l, you are giving a input to the shell, and shell is processing that input to binary text and converting to kernel, and kernel will do the job for you. Where is this ls-l is located? Every command is stored in one directory, I will tell you that, where these commands are stored, and it will process the data and give it to the shell, and shell will again reprocess and will display in the output. That is the simple format. Okay, and what happened, first when you type ls-l, so what is happening here? So what you did, you typed any command, not only ls-l or whatever. Okay, so shell checks if the command is built in. So we have built-in commands or user defined commands, so everything need to be present, otherwise it won't give the output, right? So built, what is mean by built-in command means these are already came within the OS operating system. Okay, you have built-in folders like documents. When you are opening a uh, file folder, okay, I can say show you in real time. One second. So please try to understand. Okay, for example, in my search bar I'm trying to open a file called music. Okay, so I got some music folder because it is built in directory, it came with OS itself. That's why I am able to find. Okay, for example, I'm going to type any number or name, for example, Grahit, for example. Okay, oops. So if Grahit folder is there or Grahit file is there, then I'm able to find that. Okay, maybe that Grahit name is there in this documentation, that's why I'm able to see in this direction. Okay, for example, let me type Sweta. Okay, because that this name is not matching anything in my this PC folder because nothing is there, I don't have anything, so it is not giving any output. Okay, for example, let me define a folder called Sweta here. Okay, so let me close it and under the desktop. So why I'm taking long time to explain, guys, because you guys need to understand. So just correlate your folders with the commands. Okay, so this time I'm typing Sweta folder and I'm going to this PC and not in desktop, and I'm doing search now. Okay, now let me see if I am able to find this. So anyway, Windows is very slow as compared to Linux. You won't get quick prompt. Still it is loading and it's working on it. It is searching all my folders, okay, in this PC. This PC contains C drive, programming files, downloads, documents, music, videos, and Google Drive, whatever. Okay, it is taking some time and try to find it out. Still taking time. It's okay. So meanwhile, you can go back to the your PC. If you are typing any command which is already exist, you are able to get that output. It's not going to throw any error. But if the command is does not exist, it is says that command not found. Okay, so this is the operation every time your shell looks for. If you type a command, shell checks if the command is built in. It's okay if it is came within the operating system or not, or if not the built-in, checks if it's an alias of a command, means maybe user created some name like Sweta folder which I created. Okay, so if it is found, then fine, it is able to find it. If still not able to find, shell checks if the command is on the disk means in the hard disk. It will scan entire your hard disk and try to find that. Okay, mainly it will search on the directory called path. We will let you know that. And if still it is not able to find anywhere, then it will throw an output called command not found, which we are seeing, right? So it will process that everything within a fraction of seconds, guys. That's why you are able to see command not found, command not found. Okay, so when you are getting this kind of error, means you are not typing a right command, or else that command is not exist. You have to create a some alias. Okay, so if I go to, still it's working. Oh, super. Okay, fine. Okay, so that is the way you can search the command and try to understand it. the execution command order. Okay, and we will see some manipulating of files. uh, First you will see the command here. Okay, because for example ls. Okay, what is the options? Options are not mandatory. Without options you can run that command. Okay, so for example, let me show that. Just now we executed ls. So without options I'm typing, so what I'm getting, one file is exist in this, so my file that txt. If I type ls-l, so this is called optional argument. Okay, these are optional. If you give optional arguments you will get more details. If not, anyway that command will work and will give some output. Okay, so those are optional arguments. So we know ls to list the directory, ls-l, and mkdir to create a directory. Yesterday we tried. Please practice. Please open your server. Just seeing the video is won't helpful, guys, and you won't get interest, because at the first stage uh, you need to make more practice. Okay, for example, again I'm going to create mkdir venki. Okay, for example. Okay, so here if I do ls-l, so there are two folder, one is shiva, other one is venki. And for example I want to create a multiple folders mkdir, and this time I want to create a multiple folders. Always remember D here. If it is indicating D, D means directory, which is a folder. Okay. If you seeing a file, which is a hyphen at the starting point, you will see a hyphen. Okay. We will learn complete meaning of this format. No issues. Okay. So now I want to create a multiple directories, which means multiple folders. I can do this format, and let me create chakra. Sorry, Chakradhar, comma Sridhar. Oh, spelling mistake. It's okay, yaar. Rohit is not there. Okay, today Rohit. Okay, for example, let's see. Now if I do ls-l, every time you have to use ls-l, ls, pwd. Okay. Now see. Okay, I got Chakradhar, but format is bit different. Okay, I have to remove this space, guys. I unfortunately give the space. It's okay. Okay, so in this way we are able to create multiple directories at a time. But are you able to create multiple folders at a time in Windows? No. Each and every time you can able to create only one folder. Okay, and which is quick and more fast. And then how to remove a directory? You created a directory, that's fine. How to remove a directory? rmdir for empty directory. All these are empty directory because we don't have any content inside that folders, right? Just now we created. I just copied and I'm doing copy paste here. Okay, so it is copy and paste. mkdir rmdir Chakradhar. So I removed Chakradhar, and to confirm that, you can see only Rohit, Shiva, Sridhar, Venki are there. Okay, so these are the folders, and so I will explain only commands which we did not executed yesterday. mkdir, rmdir, rm-f, if to remove a directory. So when you use rmdir, if it is a empty directory. If the directory contains some data and you can't use it. Okay, for example, let me see tree. Okay, tree is the one of useful command. You won't be able to get it. Tree command is not there. So if command is not there, what you are going to do? You have to install the command. For example, if supported application is not there in your placed in your Android phone, what you are going to do? You are installing that software. For example, pdf reader is not there in your machine in the sense your laptop or pc or phone. You will go to the particular website and you will download that. Okay, and tree is a command which is not there. then what you have to do, you have to install. But by installing the command also, you have to run the command. Yum is a software manager to install any package in your uh, Red Hat based Linux systems. For example, Ubuntu apt get, okay, yum install tree. Let me see. So I got the error. So you will get errors only if the command is not able to run. Subscriber manager repository is not updated. Thus command has to be privileged under the root user. So it is saying you are a you are a normal user, so you are not able to run this command. To run this command, you have to be a super user under the root user on must systems. Okay, so simply to run that, you can switch to root user now. To how to switch to root user? Sudo su. Now run that command. Now to run that command, I'm pressing up arrow. So that commands are not there in this profile, so I'm going to copy this, right click, okay, then run this command m install. Okay, so installing tree command, and this is the 64 operating system, and version is 1.8.8, and the repository is rscl red hat enterprise linux, rhcl red hat enterprise linux, and this is the package name. And down, total download size is 58 kb, install size is 113 kb. Is this okay for you? Is it okay to install? Yes for yes, no for you can go ahead and cancel the installation. I am saying yes. Okay, now installation is succeed. Then I can back to the normal user. To go back to the normal user, exit. Now you can do ls, and then you can do tree. Why I'm doing a tree? Which gives the tree hierarchy of your file system. You can come to know. Okay, so with this tree, in Shiva folder I have myfile.txt. Yes, right, which because we created that file. In Rohit we don't have any file. In Sridhar we don't have any files. In Venki we don't have any file. In this way you can see the complete hierarchy, like within a folder what is the folder is there. For example, let me go to the Venki folder and then make other folder. Okay, cd Venki. So I am in Venki directory, and then I want to make one folder mkdir, and this time so Chakradhar. Okay, so if I do, and then let me create one file here, touch linux hyphen notes dot txt. Okay, I created one file, and let me go back to the home directory. To go to home directory, you can simply type cd and enter. Okay, now I'm home directory, and if I type tree, now you can see earlier we don't have any directories under Venki, and under Venki we have Chakradhar file folder and Linux nodes under the Venki itself. Okay, so in this way you can see the format, T structured format, by using tree command. Okay, so like what is mean by tree? You can able to view from your root. Okay, let me take this other pen color. Okay, and then pen. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, so simply tree, this is the root, and this is your branches, right? Sub branches, for branch another branch, for branch another branch. Okay, there are some leaves, and with this you are able to see if you are in a tree how many branches are there and how many leaves are there. You can able to find it. So same way it explains the complete branching and folder hierarchy, file hierarchy, by using tree command. Okay, okay, fine. I'm going a bit slow, but it's okay. So we know rm-f. Yeah, we have to practice that. And now let me try to delete ls-l. See, here I did not give an space. The command is right, but there is no space between the ls and hyphen l. That's why it is not able to recognize. Guys, when you are facing this kind of issues, please try to understand. Don't think you are wrong. Okay. Now we know, right, rmdir to remove file. So remove folder. So rmdir venki, if I type, that is saying that fail to remove venki directory is not empty, because under the venki folder there is a chakradhar folder and linux nodes. So this kind of scenario, you can't remove the directory with by using rmdir, remove directory. So for that, rm-rf, remove forcefully. What we need to remove? venki. Okay. Now if you see this, you can use ls-l. Instead of that, the shortcut way is ll. Okay. um, so it will take time to habituate, but I always use ls-l instead of ls-l. Okay. Now you got we got removed venki. Okay. So that is for rm-rf. You are doing a forcefully removing that file. Yep. Then we completed mkdir, we completed rm, we completed rm-f, we know touch. Okay. To create a file. And what is this echo? Echo means output, which gives the output. Echo content and file name. Let's see that. Okay. So which is also very useful. So for example, so let me create a one file called touch. Touch is a command to create a file. uh, this time I use Sweta dot txt. Okay, my file name is Sweta. And if I do ls-l, whatever, so that Sweta.txt contains 0 bytes, means there is no content inside. How to view the content of a file? By using cat command. Okay. Cat Sweta.txt. And to insert a data, we used cat greater than in previous session, if you remember or not. Okay. But here now we will use echo is a command. And these notes is for linux. I'm doing some content inside. Okay. So and then I'm directing to sweta.txt. Okay. What is this meaning of echo? Is kind of print. Okay. Please insert this content which is enclosed in a quotes into the text file called sweta.txt. We are saying that to with this command. Okay. Now if you see ll, now the file size, earlier it is 0 bytes, now it is 24 bytes. Okay. Now if you do earlier, if you see cat sweta.txt, we got nothing because there is no content. Now so same command I am running, cat sweta.txt. Now we are seeing what we wrote here, that is inserted. Okay. Now for example, if I write other content, okay, echo, and this notes is for, or else I will write some content, linux, and for example python, aws. Okay. For example, I write this. Again I'm doing same sweta.txt. What is happened? Okay, let's see. You won't get any output. What happened? It is overwrite the previous data. Previously what we have, this note is for linux, and now what we have, linux python aws, linux python aws, which is not good, right? It should not overwrite the content which is already exist. It should append, means the previous data should be present as it is, and this need to be added to the next lines. Okay, should not overwrite. So for that, what you have to do, so now you can do double arrow, which means please do not override, just append means keep the previous data as it is and insert this data next line. You are saying that. Okay, now this content is already there, and then I will write this content is not override. Okay, so I write some content and let's see. And if I do same up arrow to get previous command, and you can see our first command is linux python aws and this content is not override. This is the next line. So in this way you can uh, uh, insert data, or else you can simply do vi, which I explained, vi.txt. It will open a file like word format, and you can you can go to the, you can press the I for insert mode. I press the I, and let me back, and you can write whatever content you want. Okay, and you can insert all your information or copy paste from whatever, and then escape, colon, write and quit, save and quit. Okay, and if you read that content, again we use cat, and everything is there. Okay, so there are different ways and different approaches to view this and write this content. Okay, now we completed echo, we know vi, we know cat, we know mkdir, we know cd, and cd, actually it is cd dot dot. I will update this ppt one folder back, cd dot dot. I will explain this one. And what is meant by help command, man command, we also covered tree command. Okay, and we also know pwd, and we need to understand find, help, that's it. Okay, then we'll go to the file system hierarchy. Yeah guys, I'm taking so much of time for explaining this. Actually I have to complete extra 3 more slides, but I don't know, it is killing my time. But anyway, you guys are able to understand, right? Any doubt?
Yes, Shivam.
Okay,
No, as of
yep, let me pause recording.